Jim Bowden, do you know him?
Yeah, not
Dude,
personally.
he thinks the Sox, me neither. He thinks the Sox might trade Jarren Duran or Wilyer Abreu. What do you think of
That's
that?
some. I mean, you got to take a second to process that bomb.
It's nuts because like it just makes you go like, what? They what? Really? Since when? Why didn't they warn me? Yeah, we know, Jim. Yeah, we know. They've been talking about it for like a year and a half now. One of them's gonna be traded. You hate this. You disagree with this. Um,
Yeah,
but I will stand firm. I just don't see why they wouldn't pull from an area of surplus to grow an area of need. I think it's something now that falls on my meter. It's somewhere between pretty likely and likely.
I I think it's. I would say pretty likely if we're going to use the pretty likely to likely meter you've just developed there.
Yeah. Well, that's a part of the meter, but yeah.
I would argue. I would argue that the outfield isn't this immense surplus that you just said it was.
I know, but it also is. Like
You have
anywhere
Roman, you have Willier, you have Duran, and you have Rafaela. That is not like you have four. That's how many you should have of good
but
players. I know you
those
could have a worse fourth to trade for whatever. And I think if you want to do the surplus talk, uh, trade the password for a pitcher.
I'm sorry, you also have Yoshida. Don't forget about
I am
Yoshida.
forgetting about that.
And four of those guys should be playing every day. So now you have just like four everyday guys and a fifth guy
I
who you are paying everyday money to. That is a surplus to me.
I think Roman Anthony's an everyday guy. I
Can
didn't
you
hear
hear
a
that?
single no, not a single thing.
Dude, that was scary.
That was it
That's
was nothing.
this wall is right against my son's bedroom. Not here, not here. Out with his mom. Uh, and it just sounds like somebody was banging on the wall, like from inside his bedroom on my office wall. That was scary. All right. If I get smoked in the next minute, that's why. I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to say that again. I thought I was being home invaded. Go again.
I think it's a bold take to say that you have four everyday players. I think you could argue everyone but Roman Anthony should be a platoon player.
I thought you were about to say the exact opposite. I was like, are you gonna tell me that? Well, hold on. You think Jarren Duran's a platoon guy? You
I
think
think he
Wilyer
can
Abreu
definitely.
is a platoon guy?
I think both of those guys are good enough to play every day, but would they be best served in a platoon? Like, yeah, absolutely. Obviously, as most
That's
players, but
bananas.
I don't think. Well, Willie or Cora agrees with me.
Cora's wrong though. Like, and you know it. Like the platooning, he goes nuts with the platooning, and people know it.
Yeah, and they win more because of that.
I'm not sure that that's the case.
By putting your players in a better position on a day-to-day basis.
By playing your good players less. Yeah,
But
I
your
think
good
that's
players have proven time and time again they're not as good. Okay, lefty comes up,
yep,
game on the line. Would you
yep.
rather have Jarren
Iguodala.
Duran, Willier Abreu, or Robert Refsnyder?
Uh, I would like to have last year's Rob Refsnyder. Sure.
Yeah, last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then why would we change that for the first two innings of the game? Or two at bats at first two times around the order. He's 100% right.
I don't know. A guy who wins two consecutive Gold Gloves and
808
his
OPS versus righties, 676 versus lefties. I'm not saying he can't play every day because in Rafael and Williers' case, they both are Gold Glovers. Oh, by the way, they're both Gold Glovers. I didn't say that. Now Willier 2 years in a row. But I'm just saying, I like where you do have a bunch of guys that are, they could absolutely play every day. I'm not saying that. Doesn't hurt to have four and match them up correctly. It's tough that you don't have two lefty, two righty, I feel like, but if you're going to have three of one, you'd rather than be on the left side.
I'll tell you this. I think whether or not you want them in platoon roles, they've shown that they can be everyday guys, especially Duran.
I agree with that.
Especially Duran. And whoever is going to trade for them is going to probably use their platooning to bring their trade value down, which doesn't really bode well for ye old Bo Sox. But I think between the two of them, Duran is much more likely to be dealt. I think they've been talking about power bats.
I don't know why we're talking about it like it could be either one.
No, I think it's like 90-10. Like I don't think it would hurt a lot, but I don't think it would be mind-boggling. It's not like a 99-1, but yeah, I'm pretty damn certain it would be Duran. I'll tell you, dude, I've said this on the show so many times. I will ride this take until he is a free agent in 2038 or whenever it is. He's just never gonna reach arbitration. They will never sign Jarren Duran long term. They will never do it. It won't happen. They will trade him before he is a free agent.
I agree.
Now feels like a great time to do it.
I agree with you 100%. I don't know that I want that to happen, but he's not a free agent until 2029, so I don't know why we keep talking about it like that. You keep doing it because up until recently, you assumed, like everybody else, he only had 6 years of big league service time before a free agency. Yeah, Jarren has 10 for some reason. But yeah, he'll also be like pretty old for like a speed guy when he hits free agency. He got kind of screwed. So I agree. But my take is more like, I think he's a good player, and we're a better team with him than without him. And I can't imagine that the pitcher that we trade him for that will tear his UCL immediately will be a better outcome. You're also, if we're talking about a number two, sure, we can have that conversation. Hunter Green, something like that. But like, what are we gonna get from Jarren Duran that you really are gonna be like stoked about?
I have an answer.
Okay, hit me. It's probably not even going to be a pitcher, which would be hilarious.
Duran.
Okay.
Password.
Okay. 2 outfielders.
And prospect number 68.
You're going to say Joe Ryan.
No.
Oh.
Tarik Skubal.
Yeah, nah, see, I'm talking about real life.
Those are the kind of deals that happen, Scott. Those are the kind of stupid-ass deals where you're like, that's not enough. And then they go through and you're like, that's it? But that's not. That's it. Like, the password's a high-ranking prospect. Jarren Duran is a former All-Star. It's not that insane.
No, it's nope, that's insane. Okay. If that happens, good riddance. But that's Joe Ryan, maybe. I thought you were going to say Joe Ryan, and that might be possible. But where you package him with Garcia. But, by the way, you do that, and now all of a sudden you have a situation where you're one outfielder away from calling up like you're talking about Christian Campbell in left field or something like that. Like, you're already out of depth.
You ever forget opening day? You ever forget he exists?
I almost always forget he exists.
When you just mentioned him, I was like, "Oh my god, right? Yeah, we still got him. Yeah, Christian Campbell's still here. Maybe, dude, him and Vaughn Grissom on opening day. Can you imagine them?
Grissom's gonna get DFA'd for sure, which is a shame because that's gonna hurt hard. I mean, there's gonna be some headlines that day, and a lot of them are gonna be from me.
Yeah, it sucks. There's just no way around it. But like, all things considered, it's like I've come to peace with it. There's enough reasons to hate the Red Sox front office that like the Sale trade just kind of makes you go, damn, man. Yeah, that one didn't work. Whatever. Who gives a shit? Fuck them. That's what I say. At the end of the day, fuck it,